Hi again. For some reason, I did a reading already. Well, sort of started, and I was not feeling it. And I really wanted to just start again with new cards. I haven't seen them yet. I was trying to be more focused on my question. And yeah. This is the continuing of the previous reading. Oh, well, that's not a good idea. It's sort of like focusing on what the divine has planned for the Twin Flame Collective, what we ourselves have planned for ourselves, for our collective. And this is meant to be very positive and for the sake of manifestation. It's not timed, if it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. But it's not timed. It's not meant to have a timing. It's more like, a fun way to try and manifest. And yeah, let's just see what comes up. Okay, wait, I need to do it like that. Okay. Yeah, now I'm feeling the cards more. Definitely, definitely. Okay. Whew. Well, that's a great start with a very intense energy. We have Hope, which is the Star card, Harmony, which is the Lovers, and Transformation, which is the Death card. Wow. Okay, so definitely, I feel like the divine is so much planning and supporting unions. It's like whatever you see happening, it's all happening for the purpose of bringing harmony and love into your life, and ideally it being kind of like mirrored back in a way of a romantic relationship, because there's all possible ways for love to be mirrored back at you and to have union. But it's like the divine is specifically working for this to happen, rather than something else, for the lovers and not something else. And with the Hope card, it's like I definitely feel, look how there's this giant orb that is like like source energy. A man is holding it, and inside there's a little man, there's another man that's like a spirit inside. So that's a very interesting way to depict this card. It's almost like this person is holding their own soul. That's very curious. But hope has to do a lot of with healing, because when we become jaded, we stop hoping. Everything just starts being negative, and all outcomes become negative. It's like, nope, that's it. Like, there's no chance for things to shift or change. I know. Yeah, we have the Fool card, which is about new beginnings, which is exactly like you need to start a new journey and sort of like trust, just trust. Look how on this side there's like a falling star that's sort of like illuminating the night sky, and it's like the Fool is following it, and there's this light here again. So it's sort of like this guidance. Really, if you always follow the light, you will never lose guidance. That's the thing, because you are light, you are made of light. And as long as you follow this, as long as you keep this close to you, your spirit, your soul, your light, your love, whatever you want to call it, all this goodness, the good shit, you will never lose your way, and you will be always guided in every new beginning. It's impossible to lose the way if you follow the light, The Lovers. The most favorite card of every person, almost every person. I'm personally, ooh, well, that card jumped up. I don't like taking jumpers from this deck because I don't know on which side they're trying to come out, and I feel like this deck is so specific. Oh shit. I'm just really not lucky today with my camera. Anyways, where was I? Yes, the Lovers. I don't know why I feel like the Five of Pentacles really wants to show up, which is kind of a weird combination. Not taking jumpers. Not today. Yeah. Well, that was a High Priestess, and well, there's. Anyways, I want to read to you what the creators of this deck meant for this card. I'm getting tired. You have passed through challenging initiation tasks and have been admitted to the inner temple. Take some time to reflect upon what you have recently learned. Sit with any fear until it dissolves away. The two keys of knowledge are now yours for the taking. The gold key of the worldly matters and the silver key of the mystical matters. You have proven yourself worthy of the mysteries. So to me, this just speaks of a much deeper understanding of, union and love and the lovers and all of that energy. It's just a deeper understanding, because it's like now we have the keys of both worlds, of the physical world and the non-physical world, which is sort of like what well, oh wait, oh. Usually, I was speaking about that in my previous reading, that the masculine sort of represents the physical world, and which is the golden key, and the feminine sort of represents the inner world, the mysteries, the mystical world, which is the silver key. So to me, this is just a confirmation that union is happening, and it's just imminent because this is a union within, and it's bound to happen without, you know. If we want to be masters, we need to have those both keys for us, and then that's gonna be just mirrored. That's how I see it. The more we get into union with ourselves, is the closer we get to external union, so that we can just enjoy what we created, you know. This to me is just confirmation from spirit that it's bound to happen, and you know, maybe that's why this reading is not timed, but again, I don't feel like it's gonna be that much time. For some of you, this just means that this is something that you need to hear, that union is imminent, like you cannot escape from it. If you don't try to escape from yourself, you cannot escape from union itself, because the more you get in union with yourself and master yourself, the closer you're getting to union in the physical. And for others, I feel like it just means that you're very close, you know. This whole thing is very close, and the thing is, this is being confirmed with transformation card, because that card many times comes up when there's like a huge change in someone's life, when there's you know, marriage, birth of a child. Those are things that change your life so much that there's no going back. Like, you will never be able to go back to who you were, or what your life was before this event happened. Oddly enough, this is being clarified with Eight of Cups. Let's see, what is this about? Oh wow. And the Eight of Wands. Okay, well, we have 2 8s. That's very interesting. And they do have sort of a lot in common, because we have here the falling star, and we have lightning, and both cards are sort of like dark. This card usually speaks of, you know, whatever you've been putting out in the universe, it's sort of like coming to you really fast, like really fast. That's why I kind of feel that this reading is not that, won't be that long, even though it's not timed. And with the Eight of Cups, this is sort of like reminiscing, you know. This is a child, it's our inner child, sort of like looking like what went wrong, like where did things went wrong, like why those cups are so damaged and broken, you know. How did I damage them, what did I do? And this falling star is just saying that this is a very important milestone of our lives, and again, this is transformation. It's something huge, it's something very big happening in our lives. So of course the change will be positive. Maybe it will be too fast, to the point where it's going to be uncomfortable, you know. Let's just see the other cards and what they have to say. We have recognition and reward, and we have a card that does not want to flip. Moving on. Spiritual strength. Okay. This is an interesting combo here. Well, the recognition and reward is pretty self-explanatory. It speaks of, you know, finally your hard work paying off. But that's being clarified with the Five of Wands. So again, what the F and the Five of Cups. Oh my god, isn't that crazy? Like, first we have the 2 8s here, and now we have 2 5s. That's crazy. Okay. That's a weird energy. Recognition and reward combined with 5 of Wands and 5 of Cups. Okay, let me read what it says in the booklet for the 5 of Wands first, because sometimes they give great insights. Okay, it says, if there is conflict happening, don't take it too seriously. One or more of the participants may merely be going through the motions to keep in practice, or they may just like to fight. Healthy competition is good for honing skills in the workplace, in art, in sports, and so on, but the keyword is healthy. At the end of the day, part as friends. So yeah, it just speaks of sort of like friendly sparring, but I'm trying to piece the puzzle together and see, because I never take seriously the 5 of Cups, really. It just doesn't feel too serious to me. But on this side, it says, this card signals that a disappointment has or will shortly occur. Something or someone that you love will test your heart's resilience. You may be inclined to keep your feelings to yourself, and this is probably a good idea as you come to terms with the situation and see it more clearly. Three of the Cups have fallen, but 2 are still standing. This is not the end of the story by any means. So I'm kind of trying to figure out, because like it's very conflicted and weird energy. Like, first we have all those union cards and just positive cards of, you know, growing and maturing, and major arcanas that speak of huge change. And now on this roll, we kind of have like a bit questionable cards. And with this recognition and reward, and with this friendly sparring, and the 5 of Cups, it doesn't feel like a major energy to me. But it's weird that it's still coming up. It sort of speaks like, you know, maybe we've been wanting way too much to be recognized in a way that's been unhealthy, and maybe we are recognizing that now, that the way we have been wanting attention has not been healthy, to the point where it's leaving people hurt, maybe, you know, and it's causing more separation. Like, even if it's not permanent, even if it's like, well, nothing is permanent, but you know, even if it's for a few days, like, you know, you get into a conflict, and then, you know, you gotta take a few days to really think on what you said and what's been said and how to fix it. And it's just unnecessary. That's what it feels like. A recognition of how we've been wanting attention. That maybe it's not been the healthiest way that we've desired this recognition. And we have moving on here. So there's definitely movement to more positive grounds, that's for sure. And this is happening collectively. Yeah, we have the moon. So whatever we're moving at in strength, oh my god. It's like the path is still dark. It's still not being illuminated. Oops, I was not meant to take those. Well, maybe I am. Oh, okay. Yeah, there are 2 6s. Now I notice that. And they are right beneath each other. So maybe that's somehow significant. Huh. Maybe there's certain things that are still blocking our own union within and without. And there's certain things we need to move away from. Even if that means people. Like, let's be honest. We gotta be honest. The thing is, like, most of the people on this twin flame journey have been, in a way, fixated on a specific person, and things have been challenging. And I'm not here to say that this, you're being delusional and this is never gonna happen, it's not your twin flame. But what I'm saying is, you have the full right to feel what you feel. And there's probably a reason that you're feeling this for someone. It's definitely not purposeless, and it definitely has a meaning and a value to it. But we cannot always see the full picture, Sometimes we just gotta trust the unknown and the shadows, that they're gonna lead us to the light. And we gotta be brave to face whatever demons come up our way. And just generally face all shadows and demons. Because, one day you might realize that you don't even love this person, but, you've been attached to them because of wanting some sort of recognition and reward, as if, all this work that you've been doing, the only way that you will get recognized and rewarded is if you get a specific person. That could be for some. For others, it could be just, moving away from unhealthy patterns and unhealthy belief systems. And that can automatically just include other people as well. Because when you leave something unhealthy in the past, you might have to leave as well people. And yeah, what a strange reading. Well, we have spiritual strength as the next card. Here. Should stay. And this is the 9 of Wands. I feel like this is something that's already been accomplished. I feel like this is something that we have worked so hard for as a collective, that we finally achieved it, having the spiritual strength. And I feel like until everyone was on this board, on this train, having that strength and that big of a spirit, nothing can be moved forward, Things are sort of getting halted. And I feel like now that this is happening and will happen, there's like just celebration, like our cups are filled. This is my other union card, because you have the 2 cups that are filled so much that, now she can offer to the universe another cup, or just allow for the universe to fill it. Either or. It still speaks of mentality of abundance. And there's definitely some shadows that will be coming up, but I don't feel that they're gonna be that bad, I don't feel that they're gonna be that negative. It's mostly us and our choices to move towards something better. And this also moving on card with this combination, it's almost like, because those cards are kind of dark, and the dark is already in the past, so it kind of feels like moving on from confusion and uncertainty and darkness and general shadows and, our own demons. It's like we've dealt with them, we've dealt with that. There's no need to be bringing that back up. It's like we left that in the past. It's no longer coming with us, because we're transitioning, we're moving towards something greater and something more light, just something lighter. And we've been stripped from our burdens, and we're leaving all this energy behind. And now we can celebrate the strength of our own spirit, and just sort of celebrate our resilience and perseverance. Okay, we have memories of love, temptation, and the triumph card. Okay, what is the memories of love doing here? 7 of Swords. Not super excited to see that card, though. Well, memories of love is pretty self-explanatory. The question is, why is it being paired up with the 7 of Swords? I don't really like this card. I've never seen a reader who likes it, to be honest. But that's what it says. The person who is acting in a sneaking or dishonorable way may not be fully aware of the harm that he or she is doing. There is some history in the situation that will hurt more than when the truth comes out. It's time for everyone to put their cards on the table, including any feelings of betrayal, past hurts, or failures. Oh, okay. Okay. I see where this is going at. And now we have the 2 of Wands. I'm sorry, I'm being a bit dirty here. Hope you don't mind that. This side gives some answers to the questions posed on the other side. Balance is important if, like the Knight, you want to be firmly grounded and ready to take on the next adventure. The elemental orb symbolizes the balance between water feelings and fire action. You're temperamentally inclined to prefer action, as evidenced by the fiery wands. Honor that strength, but give your whole self to the approaching opportunity. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to see the picture here. This is my other twin flame card, because I mean, look at it. It's the 2 wands and this here, and it's almost like the whole thing is like things will be brought from the past. Like the past will not leave us until it's dealt with. It's funny that I'm saying now, and I just look at the bottom of the deck, and there's Judgment card, which speaks exactly of that. The past will not be let go of until it's fully dealt with, and obviously right now it's not. And there are memories of love that are coming, and it's memory of love, and it's coming up for a reason. Like if you had love right now in your current life, it wouldn't be, you know, memories. It will be experiencing it in the moment. But the fact that your consciousness is bringing you to a place where you felt love and you have to remember it, it means that, you know, maybe it's just not here right now, and maybe there's a reason for that. And obviously the reason is this: we have the 7 of Swords. Love cannot thrive when there's lies, when there's mischief, and when there's hurt. And it doesn't matter, like we've been on both sides. We've been the ones hurting, we've been the ones lying, being dishonest, and hurting people with our dishonesty, and we've been on this side, we've been hurt by the dishonesty, we've been hurt by people's lies. And it's time that we need to face this and, you know, just come clean. Like if you've been the one doing this, you need to come clean, give apology, really own up to it. You've not been aware, that's fine. If you've been the one hurt, it's time to really like face it and really speak up and be like, I felt betrayed and this is how I felt, you know. And this card is sort of like supporting this action, because it speaks like, you know, something is coming your way, some form of opportunity, and you're, you know, will be more inclined to act. But it's like, take your emotions with you, don't discard them, and don't chicken out, basically. Just be brave, and whatever comes, like if there's some sort of opportunity to clean the past, just take it. And if there's a talk that needs to be made, just, you know, have the talk, clear the past, let it go and move on. And we have the Devil, which is temptation. So what is the Devil here for? That's interesting. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is not good. This is not good. Oh my god. Devil, which is bad enough on its own. Like, yeah, the devil has its positive sides, but I mean, it's a devil. And we also have Justice, and Justice on this side really speaks of some injustice being done, because the scales are broken, the sword is in the ground. Someone, this is the god that I forgot its name, but basically when people die, I think was eating their souls. Let me read what it was, but it's yeah, without truth and justice, Amit, which is the name of this god, is free to devour whom she chooses, regardless of their guilt or innocence. Do not ever think that you can sneak around justice. You may get away with it for a time, but inevitably the truth will come out. It is far better to face it in your own free will than to wait and let justice choose her time to cast the verdict. The situation is fragile and fraught with danger. The devil. Oh god. Okay, here's the thing. I've been kind of feeling this. There's been a lot of people in this collective that have sort of been trying to get away with some form of justice, some form of lesson. That's what justice is about. It's a lesson. And let's be honest, your soul wants to learn this lesson, but it's the devil that's taking you away from your soul, in a sense. I'm not trying to sound religious, but it's just what the devil represents is fear. That's it. The fear of to look within. Because look in this card. Look how he's reaching out for the key, and there is like this mark for the lock on his chest where his heart is, and there is even a little heart in the key. So what he's trying to do is sort of like grab the key and unlock his heart, and there's a part of him that wants to do that, but he's consumed with fear, and there's this inner struggle and battle between light and dark, basically, and the desire to overcome this fear that is consuming and to distrust. But when people are in that state of fear, when people can do awful things, and obviously, like, there's already obviously been some hurt done, some untruthfulness. Someone has been sneaking around, someone has been not coming forward with the truth and owning up to what they did, because something has done bad, for sure. And the devil is here now, and the justice is here, and the justice is like, you won't be able to get away with it. And this is a good example of what happens when you try to run so much from yourself. Because this is something that your soul wants to learn, but you keep denying it out of fears, out of whatever. It doesn't matter. You keep denying it to the point where, in order to escape it, you're escaping other things, and you're hurting people by not taking responsibility. And justice comes on this side, and you know, it's not gonna be pretty probably, but it's something that needs to be faced. And this is something that, if you're watching, this could be something that someone has done to you, or you've done this to someone, whatever it is. If this did someone to you, they will face their judgment. No worries for that. But yeah, they will face their judgment, in a sense, like things will be cleared and they will be forced to learn their lessons. And so that's something you can begin, you know, so that they can finally see something. It kind of feels like this heavy energy of purification through fire, so that this innocent page is left. Like the page is like a child. It's like a very innocent energy, like a baby energy. And it's like looking at this pentacle, like, wow, look at this one pentacle and how shiny it is. It's like this purification will finally lead people to really see something meaningful in their life. And look at that, after that we get triumph, which is about momentum, which is about speed, which is about moving forward. So once the karma is being cleared, since we got two very karmic cards, oh my god, look at this. There's the finish of a karmic cycle. Probably not so positive one, you know, but it's done. Like, you did it, you paid your debts, so to speak, and it's over. Like, no more. You're ready to move forward, and this is a positive movement forward, and it's fast paced, and you know, see the world here, things being done with. And it's sort of like, yeah, it's just showing how difficult this was, how many, you know, this is another 7, and how many victims there was, and how many people got hurt, and the storm, and it feels like a clusterfuck, like a shitstorm. I'm sorry that I'm cursing, but it is what it is. And it's like this all is being left in the past, like no more of that. We're moving forward, and we're triumphing, and we're being successful in closing this chapter and beginning a new one that's clean, and you know, there's no more fear, there's only bravery now. And we've learned the lesson to listen to our heart, because if we don't, well, then we face justice. Okay, thank you so much for listening. I really hope this resonated. It was a bit heavy reading because stuff came up, but you know, it's positive in the end. And I hope you enjoyed it. Share me your thoughts, and that's it. Bye bye.